Hey everybody, welcome back to the Flourgoldwizards channel. I'm Jason, a part-time gold prospector based in Wisconsin. These are my mining partners, Rex, Bowser, and the main man, Rigby. He's around here somewhere, probably sniffing out the gold. Today, I was kind of challenged by somebody in the comments on a video I did a while back here. Now I ran 3 smaller cleanups or so, running material behind me over my sluice. And he challenged me to run 10 to 15 buckets, which would be probably 3 times the amount that I ran last time. So I got a belly full of Advil, and we're gonna get to it. See if we can't put a big, long smile in a gold pan. And for those of you who haven't seen this spot yet, it all started when I kind of came across this secret campsite way back in the woods. Now that there is a big old bedrock gully right there. Kind of a half pipe, but it goes down and there's all kinds of boulders in there. And we suction tubed that a little bit. We didn't find anything at all. The flower gold around here isn't going to be stuck in areas like that. It's just too darn much water going through there on smooth bedrock. You see how smooth that is. As a matter of fact, I'm standing on some of it right here. Now that bedrock probably goes down and under a bunch of this stuff here, but the water gets quite deep in this area right here. And so the current is going this way here, and it's coming up. I think the bedrock's coming up there a little bit, but it's leaving behind pockets and deposits of glacial gravels. And we'll take a little walk up here quickly. I gotta avoid that shoreline right over there because Rex just kicked up a big bee's hive, a big beehive. And he was getting stung. They were burning in his fur. And the water keeps coming on up and goes across this dead old log right here. That's a big one, just like that one there. And you can see down in there that there are gravel deposits down in there, right in front of that log. And I probably will work that sometime, but my focus is up in here where the concentrates here, or the small gravels and cobbles are being really deposited up in this area right up here. Now we found some pretty darn good gold over in here. Right up along that bank over there, there's one of my old classifying piles over there. And we're gonna slide up just a little bit and work that bank and maybe come out a little bit. I did notice that down about 2 feet, there's a layer of clay. Now it's not that real dense, super sticky clay that nothing can get through. It's just a real fine layer of, I don't know, like brown clay, kind of mushy, and you could wash it away on your sluice. But that tells me that the water's not getting turned up all that much in this area, that it's actually settling there and I can get it on a shovel. And when I got through that material, I wasn't finding as much gold. So we're gonna work on just the top 2 feet in a bunch of these layers here, fill up 10, 12 pails or something, maybe 20, who knows, and run it over my sluice. Back in a bit. And just to show you guys what I mean about this stuff isn't really getting turned up all that much, look at it, look at the rocks here. They still have all kinds of seaweed and algae growing right on top of them, so they're not even hardly getting flipped over all that much. I flipped that rock over, yeah, and there's nothing on the bottom side there. A little bit of discoloration, but for the most part, ooh, this stuff is just the way it was a long time ago. I'm sure in raging flood it gets turned up a little bit, but not that much. So we're gonna take a test pan. I always do test pans no matter where I'm working, no matter what. It keeps you on the gold, it helps you find the gold. So there's my pan, let's do one. Well, here's our test pan. There is gold in it. Now, I found more than that in one test pan before. That's for sure. And I was finding all kinds of weird pieces of flat looking lead and some other stuff. But here's a piece of gold right there. There's actually a couple mixed in with this stuff here yet. Nothing crazy, but it's a numbers game. So we're going to run the numbers. And just for funsies, I want to show you how much black sand was in that pan right there. A pretty fair amount. That's a lot of black sand right there. Yeah, pretty good pile of black sand. So we're definitely in a location where the heavies are collecting. Now it's a numbers game. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's something interesting. I was just digging in there, getting down a good ways. There's my little tailings pile right there, a classifier pile. And I thought, you know what? Let's slide out just a little bit and see what the earth is doing here. Well, look at that thing bleeding right there. That is only one shovel deep. Let's take a little look at it. Now over in here, we got to get down almost 2 feet to get to this stuff right here. It's real sandy, but it's got all that real light, I don't know, whatever color that is, tannish red clay in with the sand. There's no cobbles mixed in with it. It's just sand. But on top of that, there's about 3-4 inches of cobbles and gravels. So that's fairly interesting. I might have to take a sample pan of that just to see if there's anything in it. Yeah. One. Always pay attention to the material you're working. I just started getting into some of this broken up quartz right here. It looks like it's got some host rock attached to one side, and it's fairly mineralized. It's got some pink hues to it, maybe some little red stuff on that backside there, but there's all kinds of it in that classifier now. So we're gonna stick right with what we're doing, that top 2 feet, see what we can come up with here. Good sign. It is warm out here. I'm working on my 4th pail, and I ran into something fantastic. Take a look at this. It's that real dense gray clay right there, and it's mixed with some kind of red, real dense sticky clay. Look at that. That stuff is stuck to this rock like crazy. That is exactly the stuff dreams are made out of right there, especially in the Midwest. That gold will go down 2 miles through all this glacial gravels and before it hits bedrock. Otherwise, you're just kind of fighting for everything that's stuck in the middle. But this will concentrate all the stuff that's stuck in the middle, or at least a lot of it. So let's keep digging. All right, I got my sluice up and running. I've got 4 pails, 3 in there plus 1. Now they're not full all the way to the top, but it's pretty tough to classify a full 5-gallon pail like that. And I don't have any more room in there, but we're still having fun. And for today's exercises, I have a 3D printed sawtooth mat. Now this sawtooth mat works fantastic on the beach and fantastic for the powder fine glacial gold we're after around here. So let's throw one on there and see how we're running. And it looks to be pretty decent. I might have a little bit more water going that way, just a hair. See how it's kind of coagulating over to that side or migrating. But that's an easy fix. It'll just be a matter of picking that side up and we'll be good. Look at the black sand in there. Good Lord. Yeah, I think we're gonna do well here. We did well here before. but we're gonna run some larger numbers today. So let's get after it. Well, look who slipped out of his jacket. It's laying up in the woods over there. These boys are hard at it today. I tell you what. All right, we've got those 4 pails run, and I do see some gold in the sluice. Not like you would at the beach, just kind of scattered about here and there, but we won't know until we get it into a pan. So first I'll get it into my tub. Just like this here. Yeah. Look at all that. That is black stuff, boy. Black, black, black. There. Looks good. Let's pan it out. And I'll just do this kind of quickly. And it took a couple hours to classify 4 pails and run them over to sluice. You always got to take your time when you're doing this small stuff right here. Those nuggets, it would take me 20 minutes, but it's not. It's flour gold. But that's what we're after, and we are left with quite a bit of material. That sawtooth mat holds on to a lot, but it only holds on to the best. So I'm going to take my time now that we're down to all black sand, and we'll take a little look at it. I see some more of that lead already. Oh, I know it's almost snack time. Yeah. Well, I tell you what. Let's go ahead. I don't even have this probably close, but I'm starting to see quite a bit of gold. Come on, back up you. Right down in there. Super duper fine stuff. Hundreds and hundreds of pieces. And this stuff is still loaded with it. Loaded. But it's taken me forever. That's some mighty fine powder black sand. I even got some gold floating right there. Look at that. So we are on the gold, that's for sure. That is some really, really fine stuff. Look at that. Well, look at what happens when I touch it with my finger. It's just super fine, probably minus 400 or 500. But we're capturing it for sure. So we're going to go ahead and grab a snack and maybe a cobble. And we'll get that stuff dumped into my concentrate pail. And then we're going to repeat that process 2 more times. That'll be 12 pails. And we'll get all this stuff home and run it over my cleanup sluice. This snack time is brought to you by Bobo Links. 100% grass fed. These babies are delicious. One for you, one for Rexaroni, one for the big man. That's right, the mine boss. Yeah, they need that. They're hardworking miners. All right, we're working on another batch here, and I just wanted to show you guys something that I noticed about this particular stuff right here. The gobs and absolute gobs of black sand in this stuff. Wait till this clears out a little bit. It's just gonna be full of black sand. Just oodles and oodles. Not sure how you spell that, but that's a thing. Oodles. Look at the black sand rolling off of there. Holy smokes. That's just like working at the dang beach. We might really be in for a treat here. Back in a bit. All right, we're all wrapped up with our bulk testing today. And before I leave, curiosity is getting the best of me. I want to check out on this side of this big old down log right here. He's already checking it out. And those guys look like they're getting fixing to. Now on this side of the log, I bet you it's 4 feet deep in there. It's almost over my waders where I'm standing, and that's pretty darn deep. But on this side, all the material looks like it's getting stopped right in there. It only looks to be about, I don't know, maybe 8-10 inches deep in there. Look at this guy. Yeah, Rigby, don't try it. So I'm gonna get right up tight to this big log here, take a big pan out of it, and just to see what kind of material comes out of there. Heck, maybe we'll even get some gold. Oh, the carnage. I got that tailings pile deep enough where I can get my classifier right up and out of the water. Everything you see there that's not dark, that's where we were digging. That's quite a scrape there. And this here, that's, I don't know, knee height right there. So it's kind of squishy, everything's sloughing off. But we're gonna go up by that log and check it out. All right, now as you can see, it's barely over the top of my boots right here. When I drop this shovel over there, well, it's that deep. It gets a little bit deeper going that way. So I'm going to attempt to put my bucket, or my pan right there. They'll probably knock it off and I'll have to go chasing it. But I'm gonna dig right up next to this big tree, just to see. All right, here's that material right here. Looks really granity. And we'll go ahead and shake that out. Lots of sand, and I did scrape the side of that tree a little bit, but I was trying to get right up tight to it, because I think you stand a better chance of getting what you're after when stuff's roiling around the back side of that, or the front side of that. And if it was gold, I think it would hit that and go straight down. Now I might not be down deep enough, but I'll get an idea of what the material looks like in that spot right there. Get some of this larger stuff on out. Okay. Well, there's only one little piece of gold in that pan right there. Right there it is, unless it got swished around here. One little tiny micro dot, but it's gold. Well, we came down here to run a bulk sample, and we did. It was fun, a lot of hard work. I'm glad I took those Advils. There's so many tasty spots around here to just get out and try. You can only do so much in one day. I mean, I'm 905 years old. How much can I do? So let's get this stuff home and see how much gold we got. Oh, hey, there you guys are. I was just about to start running this stuff here. I've got it all classified out already. Minus 50 and plus 50. We'll pan out the bigs and we'll run the smalls over my cleanup sluice. All right, we'll just throw my little header on there. Piece of cake. Turn on the water. Here comes the water. Here we go. Nice and smooth. Let's see, here's a spoon right here. Throw one on there and see how it looks. Ooh, it's got a nice creep. I think we nailed it. First try. So, let's run the rest of this on there. See what we come up with. I already see some gold. Nice. Couple little pieces in there. See if I can get that into 3. Yeah, see that? Only got 1 or 2 scoops on there. Already gold showing up. Should be able to get more than we found out in the field. It's just so small. This is the way to do it. Right here. That's right. Well, this is another way to do it. Right here. Well, we're still feeding away over there, and I just wanted to make sure everybody out there had an opportunity to see our selection of smooth waters. That little sluice there runs perfectly fine for this flower gold. The less turbulent the water, the water the better, and that's exactly what these are made for. We have a 6-inch, an 8-inch, and a 10-inch. I can take these things, stick them on any sluice flare, just like that. This sluice body is 7 inches, but that fits right on that flare. They pop right on and off. We got a 10-inch for your larger models. See that? How it just sits on there? Beautiful. These things are absolutely ingenious. You got to get you one. All right, we're all done running. Pop my little header off of there. Throw this in a pan, and we'll just squirt out the gold laden black sands that are left over. There we go. These things work fantastic. As long as you take your time, because this flower gold is extremely small, and it'll wash out on you if given the opportunity. Takes a gentle touch, gentle persuasion with your equipment, just like that there, and lots of jet dry. And bam, we got it all cleaned up. Well, for the most part. There's a little look at the gold right there in my teeny weeny pan, and I've already got it underneath the microscope. So let's slide this thing around and take a little look. Now there's some pretty clean looking gold in there, but there's also some gold that looks mighty dirty. That stuff right there, I believe, is coming out of that quartz we've been finding over there all day. Well, and in the past. We found some gold in quartz we dug out of the darn woods that was attached to a big vein. It's still sitting out there waiting for us, and it looked just like the stuff we were pulling out of the creek today. There's some free mill gold there. Well, it's all basically free mill. We captured it on our sluice. But as you can see, some is dirty, some is cleanish looking. Pretty flat, some is chunky and round. But one way or the other, we still got it. Look at that, those little black rounds of grains of sand right there. That's how small that gold is. Boy, is that stuff dirty. Man. Ooh-wee. Hey, thanks for coming along, everybody. We sure had a blast. We had a nice bulk sample today. I do believe we had 12 pails or so. And, you know, it was hard work, but we got more gold for it, and we learned a little bit something new about that area. I'm pretty sure that a lot of that gold right there is coming out of that quartz. It's breaking off somewhere upstream a little bit, because that quartz was pretty rough and jagged, and it was all broken up and smashed, and we got gold out of quartz near there before. So thank you all for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. Till the next episode, like, share, subscribe. Please do leave a comment. It helps build our channel. Check out our Patreon page in the description box below. Flourgoldwizards out.